Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Burak Yolga. In this video, I will be explaining you how to avoid international shipping mistakes, and in this way you don't waste your time and money with your international shipments. So let's start with number one recommendation. Please do not use your supplier's freight forwarder. All of you probably is asking price for different multiple shipping companies in China, in US or Canada, Germany. And one of the most important thing in here is the communicating the freight forwarder directly without anyone in the middle. Your supplier will not take any responsibility if something goes wrong. Many freight forwarders, especially located in China, does not have the MVOCC license to ship and comply the regulations in the destination. So this is number one recommendation will be when you choose the freight forwarder, make sure that they have the MVOCC license and they comply with the regulations. There might be hidden charges. You might end up paying more than you were actually quoted. How to avoid this? Make sure you're asking your freight forwarder if they're providing DDP, DDU, EXW or FOB, and understanding the exact charges and getting the official quotation directly from the supplier and the freight forwarder. There might be hidden charges and you might be ended up paying more than actually you agreed and you should be paying. So visibility probably is really low because you don't know who is the freight forwarder actually. If your product is lost, if your product is damaged, then there will be a lot of problems that you will be facing. So that's the reason you should be getting more information about your international shipment, and you might be losing a lot of time and a lot of money if you do not know who is the freight forwarder actually. So the problems that you might be facing also is the custom clearance, the delivery time, Amazon deliveries. If you don't know who's the freight forwarder, you won't be able to get the correct information. So same as you will not be going buying products from your freight forwarder, the same way that you should not be using your supplier's freight forwarder for your international shipments. The time difference between you and the freight forwarder and the supplier make it really hard to communicate with them. In 2021, 2022, we have been facing a lot of international shipping problems and mistakes. And the best way to avoid them is to work with the freight forwarder directly. More importantly, make sure you choose the freight forwarder with the MVOCC license. Quick tip. Make sure you're given the clear instructions to your freight forwarder, such as the delivery location, pickup location, the trade terms, and understand the exact charges with exact delivery term and conditions. Make sure you get everything written directly from your freight forwarder, even if you work with your supplier's freight forwarder. Not using the correct HS code. Getting an HS code is actually easy. You can ask your supplier when they manufacture the product to provide you the correct HS code. It doesn't matter which country you're shipping from and you ship to. It doesn't matter the product is going to Canada, UK, US, or any part of the world, the HS code will be same internationally. So using the correct HS code is going to provide you the right duty and tax amount. And if you're using the wrong HS code, your product might be taken away by the custom, you can get a high penalty. So the next one will be understanding the Amazon, Walmart, and other marketplaces limits and requirements, such as FBA storage limits, FNSQ and FBA limits, such as FBA storage limits, FNSQ and FBA label and pallet requirements, correct FBA warehouse delivery locations. As you know, when you create a shipment on Amazon, Amazon might be giving you multiple locations and you need to be delivering the correct products to correct Amazon warehouses. If you do the opposite, you might be facing a lot of problems. Make sure your shipment is still active. What I mean with that is if you're shipping to Amazon FBA logistics centers, then your shipment, after it's created, you have 90 days to deliver the products. Within 21-22, we had a lot of congestions at the origin and destinations. That's why a lot of shipments have exceeded the 90 days limit. So the next thing you can do is actually to create a new shipment, relabel the products outside of the cartons. So this way your account health will not be affected. Following the packing guidelines correctly. You should have the correct FNSK code on the product. You should have the Amazon or Walmart FBA labels attached on the outside cartons, and following the Amazon pallet requirements with the correct inches and sizes. Finding the valid transit time and prices. Your needs in supply chain will always change. Always make sure to prioritize your needs and understanding what is the best way to products delivered to the destination. It could be air shipment, which is more expensive but faster. It could be sea shipment, which is cheaper, however longer transit time, or if you have the ability to deliver within the cross borders, within the European Union or within the Canada, US or Mexico, then you can be using the truck shipments. All of these international shippings require very high level technology to track all your international shipments and the local deliveries within Amazon, between the fulfillment centers, and more importantly, if you work with the 3PL, it's really important to track your ground inventory count, so this way you will never be out of inventory. Importance of landing costs and insurance. Most of you actually are using Helium 10's great tools to track your profits. However, you really need to understand what is your Amazon FBA limits and how much you really need to send it to Amazon FBA locations or Walmart fulfillment centers, or how many quantity you will be keeping in 3PLs. So it's very important to understand the entire shipping plans, providing the transit times, and more importantly your landing costs and securing your products with the insurance, both on the international logistics as well as on the origin or destination storage facilities. Always confirm these costs before confirming the shipment with your freight forwarder. Make sure to discuss what invoice include forwarder before starting the shipment. So you should be asking your freight forwarder to send you the official quotation. Make sure that everything is officially agreed, and make sure your freight forwarder is following all the instructions from you and with your factory. You can face unexpected charges if you don't do all of these. You won't be able to reach your goods in the fastest way. If your shipment isn't protected by the insurance, you can face many problems as a small damages. Your shipment might be lost. You won't be able to get any money back from your freight forwarder. Always request the insurance document from a forwarder to make sure everything is set. Making an Amazon appointment. This is something really crucial if you're shipping big quantity to Amazon fulfillment centers. If you're shipping less than full container or full container, your shipment required to be delivered to Amazon with an appointment, unless you're using an UPS, FedEx, DHL with the SPD options. What I mean with that is, if you have a truckload shipment, LTL, let's say 5 to 10 pounds, or if you have a full container, you need to make sure the carrier you're using to deliver to Amazon FBA locations, they have the ability of making the appointment. You always need to book an Amazon appointment before sending your products into the Amazon FBA. You will need to provide destination fulfillment center, delivery address, list of items, your name, packing details, Amazon FBA ID, and seller ID to make the appointment. It's really important to have one-time appointment to ensure everything goes smooth. And if somehow your freight forwarder cannot be delivering the products on the appointment date or time, they should be rescheduling the appointment. If your shipment or appointment is cancelled, you need to reschedule the appointment, which may take a lot of time, and your product needs to wait outside of Amazon, and it may cause you also being out of inventory for a long time. So cooperate with the freight forwarder who's experienced with Amazon deliveries. Your service provider should make the booking with the delivery. You don't really need to do that. Make sure packing details are same as required by Amazon or Walmart. Do not deliver the product without making the Amazon appointment. And don't request multiple appointments, as the others will be cancelled and it can cause your products delay, and more importantly, it can affect your Amazon account to be suspended or affecting your Amazon health page. And never use an inexperienced Amazon freight forwarder who cannot deliver the product on time, on the right place and right location. So these are the details that I would like to share with you in this video. Please make sure that you're asking the right people the right question. You can ask your friends. You can always go to the Helium 10 Trusted Partner page and find us and request the pricing and more information. Thank you for your time, and see you in the next video.